Welcome. This is week one of the IM2 Distance Learning Packet Solutions. Here I'm covering page 3 of week one's packet. Okay, here yours packet should look something like this. I just threw in all the core concepts that you're supposed to know to do this because there's no other way of doing it. Okay, so here you're going to convert from radical form. And what radical form has in it, it's in its name, is the radical. And a radical looks like this. Exponent form has a base and then an exponent that's up in the air. Okay? So how do we have radical form here? How do we convert it to exponential form? So if you want to take a look right here, it tells you, all right? So the n that's in the radical, right, to base a is written as a, and the exponent is 1 divided by that n. Okay? So that's the core concept that we're using. All right, so let's bring it here. So our base here is 5 over 2, and our radical is 3. Okay? 3. So first of all, we write our base. So our base is 5 over 2, and let's put that in a parentheses. And like it says here, it's going to be 1 over n, whatever that's in the whatever on the radical. And it's going to be 3. So right here, it's going to be 1 to the 3. Okay? Now, there's something that we could do here, okay? That if it looks like this, okay, where we can multiply it. So we could multiply inside. So we could put it on the side here. What is 2 times 1/3? Okay, 2 over 1 times 1/3 is the same thing as 2 over 3. So you can also write this as 5 2 to the that's an ugly way of writing it. Or you could also write it like this: 5 to the 2 over 3 power. So here the base is still 5, but the exponent is 2 over 3. Okay? All right. Good. All right, let's take a look now here at this part. What about if it's already like in this format? So let's just make sure we understand that the base here is 16, and we could split this. So do you see how they split it right here? Okay, so this can be written as 16, 3 times 1 over 4. Okay, so the base here can be 16 to the 3. All right, so let me just zoom it in a little bit much better. Okay, so the base could be written here as 16 to the power 3. Okay, multiply by 1/4. Okay, so here again, we can just write the radical. And the base here was 16 to the power 3. So 16 to the power 3. And it's 1/4. So we put the 4 right there. Okay. Next one. What can we do here? Okay. So it looks like there's two um, exponents here that's in the radical. So what we can do is, if you look at the properties, the product property, notice how they can split it. Okay, you can split it. So split it into two different bases, like that. That's what they do here. Okay, so I'm gonna split this. So let me just grab this. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna split it. I'm not gonna do any math yet. So the first part is 5 over 7 times 3 over 3 to the 5th. Okay, do you see how I split this? All right, so now all you have to do is look back at this and get the correct answer. Okay, so put this in exponential form, then times this in exponential form. Okay, So, um, is that easy to do? Yeah, I think you could fairly. Yeah, it's this is a little bit harder. So let me help you out. So this becomes 5/7 over 3. That's an ugly way of writing it. So the first one, let me just do the first one here. So the first one is 5 to the 7, right? Divided by 3 power. So it's 5 to the 7th over 3 power times, let's do the second one in green. What is that? Ooh, this is 5 to the 3 here. So this is still 3. Okay. Right. And this is what? 3 to the 5th power divided by 3. There you go. That's how that one would look like. Good? Okay. Here. Ooh, this is very interesting. They have this. This one has the same base. You could actually multiply them. Okay. Huh, that's very interesting. Okay. So here, okay, please understand that if properties are like x to the n times x to the m, do you see how it has the same base? You can just add the exponents. So this is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 9, 2 over 3 plus 4 over 3. Because you can just add this. So let me just do that on the side. 2 over 3 plus 4 over 3. So 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 and 3 is just 3. This can be simplified into 6 over 3 just becomes 2. So this just becomes the number 9 to the second power. Okay, which is just equal. Okay. Because this is perfect though. That's the thing. So you wouldn't want to put this in radical form, which is just 36. Okay, that's interesting. But how would this look like in exponential form? Well, the base here is 9 to the third, so 9 to the 2. Do you see 9 over to the 2? And the bottom number is 1/3. So do you see here? I'm going to just put red here. Do you see there's a 3 down here? So this is that 3 here. All right? I'll multiply again. This is 9. The bottom value is the 3. So that should be the top here. And the 4 is on top, so this should be here. But again, you can combine this. This just becomes what? 9 squared times 9 4, which is just 9 6. So there's different versions of this answer. Okay. Huh. Let's do this one. Okay. I'm going to help you with this one, but you have to do this by yourself. So here, like what we did up here, we have to split it into 2 parts. So let me split this into 2 parts for you, okay? It should be 5 radical. That's a horrible radical. That's still bad. X to the 13, right? X to the 13 times 5 radical y 21. Okay? So all you have to do is now convert it. Here, do the first part and put it right here. Then do the second part, okay? And put it right here. And you just multiply it. So it's 2 things multiplied together. So it should look like this one. It should look at this one. Okay, if you want to see a complete answer. Okay, same thing for this one. Okay, same thing for this one. But this time I'm going to show you how to split into 3 parts. Okay, so the 3 parts for this is the 3 radical 27. That's the first one. The other one is 3 radical a5 and 3 radical b squared. So there are three parts here. There's the first part times the second part times the third part. Okay? You just got to figure out how to convert it. Okay? So you have to do those two yourself. This one, I can do it for you. Okay? 32 subtract 2, 43. Okay. All right. So what we know here, all right, is that you see here you can split the radical in with top and bottoms. Okay, like here you can split it to the top. You can split the top and top of the fraction, and you could split the bottom of the fraction, and but they have to have the same radical. Okay. So, you know what? This one, let me give myself a little bit more room to do this one. Okay? Seems like it's a harder problem, so let me give myself a little bit more room. Okay? All right. So let's see the best approach for this problem. Okay? So let's just split it into two parts: the top part and the bottom part. So the top part should look like 5 radical 32. Oh my gosh, this is so ugly. Come on. 32 times 5 radical x to the 13. And the bottom of the fraction was 5 square root 243 and 5 times 5y 15. Okay, so what is this? Do we have that? This is the same thing as 32, 1 to the 5th power. Okay, so this becomes this. So let's see if we can do this, right? The base here is x to the 13th, and the fifth of the radical just goes on bottom. Okay, make sure we multiply. Here, same thing, 2, 4, 3, and it is the 1/5 times here we have y, we have 15, and it goes on bottom is 5. Okay, we can simplify this if you want. Can you simplify this? Let's see, 32 to the 1/5 power. Actually, you can. So let me just grab, please understand that this number, if you plug into the calculator, just becomes the number 2. All right. Now, if some of you don't believe me, let me give you decimals. All right, watch this. 32 to the 1/5 power. Oh, you see, it's 2. Good. Nothing happens here. Right? Nothing happens here, so it is still 13 over 5. What about this? Is that perfect? Let's see if we could do that on decimals. Um, yeah. Let's see if we could do that on decimals. 243 to the 1/5 power. Oh yes, that's neat. It becomes 3. Sweet. Lucky us. So this number becomes 3. And y to the 15 over 5, we know 15 over 5 is just, what's 15 over 5? It should be 3, but let's just make sure. 15 divided by 5. Yep, that's 3. Okay, so this is to the 3rd power. All right. Okay, so remember, this is the top of the fraction because what I did was I split it, basically. I split it. I went like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I went like this. I split the top part and I have the bottom part here. That's what I did. 2, 4, 3, y to the 15th. So here, what's on top is this part. So it is the, let me just write the top part in blue for you. 2 times, uh, so x 13 over, that's ugly. Let me write it a little bit bigger. So it was 2x 13 over 5 divided by the bottom number. The first part became 3, and the bottom was y to the third power. Okay, 19 is the hardest one because it combines multiple things. But again, all we did is convert the radical form to exponential form. Do you see here? The second part, you see no radical in there, and it's all exponents here, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, here we're gonna go to radical forms, okay? And again, if you would like the notes here on the core concept, it's right here. Let me just show it to you. Right? This is how to convert. This is using the radicals of exponents. This justifies the multiplication and division using radicals, and these are just all your properties of your exponents. Okay. All right. So if you're wondering in my class where I get the core concept, it comes from this book. All right. So let's go over this part. All right, so we can let's do the first part, which is the 9 3 over 2. Okay, this can be written as 9 to the base 3 times 1/2. So in radical form, this one in radical form should look like 2 radical 9 to the third power. Okay, now let's do this part. S6 over 3. That should simplify. That should become a 2, but whatever. So here we know that it is s to the 6, parentheses, what's the bottom number? 1 over 3. So here we're going to, let me make this in blue so you can sort of see the color difference. Okay, so again, this is S63. So the base is S, and we use the top number, which is 6, parentheses, the bottom number, you're multiplying it, right? Because here, if you multiply 6 times 1/3, you get you 6 over thirds, okay? So I'm just splitting it. So this looks like this. Base, here's the radical. You put in the base, which is 8, 6, and the radical is this number, which is just 3. Again, you should understand because I gave you this core concept right here. Okay, if you want an explanation, look at this right here. Okay, or look at this right here. This is how you do radical to exponents. Okay. And then let's do the last one. Oh, that's a very straightforward one. T 1/2 is just written as T, which is the base, radical 2. But we don't really write that. Okay. Ooh, that's very interesting. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to combine all three of these because they're not the same base. However, check this out. So 6 over 3 is really written as what? 2 over 1. So this becomes 2 over, so this number just becomes S over 2. So this can go away. And we can just write this as S over 2. Now, if you multiply these all together, which you can, it should look something like this. The S square is going to just go out in front, okay, because there's no radical here. Then you have this radical, okay? So this is the 9/3 times t. Okay, notice these are all stuck in the radical 2 house. So before, this is a wrong answer. I'm gonna tell you right now. If some of you are, let's say before, So this is the correct answer, okay? Stop the video if you want to know the correct answer because now I'm going to do the wrong answer, okay? So a lot of you might do it like this. So I'm going to go back here, right? Like what I did before. So watch. So what a lot of you can do is here it's like, hey, look, this is S 6 over 3. So the base here is 6 and it's to the 1/3. So right here, you're just going to put 3 radical S6. Right? Now, a lot of you are going to probably do this. Nine 3 times S6 times T. And what number are you going to put here? That's my question. 2? No, this is 2, but this is 3. See? So are you supposed to put are you using 2 or 3? Huh? You can't do that. So what you have to do is you have to, if you're going to use 2, the only one you're allowed to use is this. The 9 third power and t. Okay? Then you would have to multiply it by a separate house, which is the cubic one. And this is 8 to the 6. So this is also correct. This one is also correct. But make sure it's two separate radicals, okay? These two can't go together. This is to the 1/2, this is to the square root, this is to the cube root. They can't combine, all right? Okay. Ooh, this is very interesting. So here you're trying to solve for the 81. So you have to use some inverse operations here. Okay? So here I'm going to tell you this is wrong. Okay? I'm going to do the wrong step first. Okay? X plus 4 equals to 81. Okay? That doesn't look pretty. Right? A lot of you are going to be like, oh, check this out. X plus 5 to the 4th power equals to 81. Or x to the 4. This is so wrong. Okay? Does not work that way. All right? You have to try to get rid of the 4 here. So what you need to do is you need to multiply this by 1. The exponent here is by 1/4. So you're going to multiply this by the exponent of 1/4. Okay? So if you multiply this by the exponent of 1/4, so watch this, 4 times 1/4, this just become 1. Okay? So what you have here is just x plus 5 is equal to 81 to the 1/4 power. All right? And now I'm going to do it the right way. So, okay. You could use a calculator for this. 81 to the 1/4 power. Okay, so this in the calculator is equal to 3. Do you want to believe me or do you need me to throw up Desmos? Okay, guess you don't trust me. 81 to the 1/4 power, that's 3. Okay. Then bring x plus 5 down. Okay, you should finish it here. Subtract 5, subtract 5. X is equal to -2. Okay? 3, 3. Okay, if you want to check, you plug in, check by plug x -2 back in. So here is it. X plus 5 to the 4th power is equal to 81. Okay? Do you see x? I'm going to erase it. And I'm just going to write -2. Right? Okay. What's -2 plus 5? That's 3. 3 to the 4th power is what? 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Does that equal to 81? That is true. 81 is equal to 81. That's why we did it correctly. Okay? I don't like that. Green check mark. That's how you check that's correct. So this is correct. All right. Let me move this to the right hand side so I could get a little bit more working room, okay? Same process here. I'm gonna do some steps here to bring you to this. Okay, but you gotta finish the rest. So in this one, do you want to deal with the 5 first? No, you want to get rid. You want this to look something like this problem. You want this problem to look something like this. Okay, but what is in the way? The 3 and the 2 is in the way. So just get rid of it. Right? By subtracting 5 to the left side, so you're going to do it to the right hand side. Again, you know what? This is good if I show you the algebra line. So this is just the line that separates it. All right? Okay. So what do you have left here? You have 2x minus 7 to the 5th power is equal to 62. Almost there. Now you want to deal with that too. Okay? This is attached via multiplication. So what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So divide by 2, divide by 2. What do you have left? x minus 7 to the 5th power is equal to 32. Okay? You can finish it from here. Okay? How? You can finish it from here. Okay? You want to look at 21 for help. Look at number 21 for help. Okay? But you could finish it from here. Okay? But there you go. Those are all your solutions. I left 22 a little open so you could do a little bit more practice. I've also left 17 and 18 for you to do as well. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And if you would like the core concepts, they're right here. Okay. All right. That's it. Take care.